Guys, we have three very special brand new pickup trucks for you right now. We're gonna do Denver 100 efficiency test.
I'm driving a brand spanking new GMC Sierra 1500 AT4X with the 6.2 liter V8.
Alex is behind the camera. He's driving this 2024 F-150 Tremor, which is completely refreshed and redesigned. It has a 5 liter under the hood. And I'm driving this 2025 Ram 1500 Rebel, which no longer has a Hemi. It has a twin turbo straight six.
And that's going to be the fascinating part. I mean, we've tested these trucks before with various things, but that one is all new.
This General Motors engine is really the benchmark, right? Because GM loves V8s and they continue to use V8s.
420 horsepower, 460 pound-feet of torque coming from a 6.2 liter V8. This is considered to be the jewel of V8s for General Motors. Most people really think that this is the best engine they build.
Yes, and although this truck is on 33-inch tall tires, it does have a 10-speed automatic and a 342 rear axle ratio, which should be relatively efficient on the highway.
Yeah, but I am a little concerned because it has front and rear lockers, so there's just more stuff in there.
That's true. This is another V8.
Yes, the Coyote.
The Ford Coyote. And we could have had an EcoBoost in here, right? But I really wanted to test the V8 because it's still around.
Not only is it still around, but recently Ford did a few things to refresh the engine too.
Exactly. 400 horsepower and 410 pound-feet of torque. So not quite as much power as a GM V8, but it also has a 10-speed automatic. Actually, they collaborated on the design, right?
Yeah, on the automatic, yes, they did. This is a lighter truck, though, and so power-to-weight ratio, they should be pretty close.
Yes, and this has a 373 rear axle ratio, which is a little bit more aggressive for off-roading. So I'm really wondering about its efficiency.
Yeah, I am too. Let's look at this one, though. This is really the big question.
Yes. And you know what I think Ram did when they created this Hurricane 3-liter straight six? I think they were benchmarking GM.
No kidding.
Because 420 horsepower, 469 pound-feet of torque.
Wow.
So they wanted to best that V8, I think, just a little bit. That's my opinion.
What a fantastic number that is. So this doesn't have a 10-speed automatic, though. They're still sticking with their 8-speed auto, am I correct?
Exactly, the 8-speed ZF transmission. And this has a very aggressive 392-to-1 rear axle for off-roading and towing, but it has lower displacement. Could it win?
I don't know. It's a turbocharged engine. We'll see.
This video wouldn't be possible without our friends at Johnson Auto Plaza in Brighton, Colorado. They have a huge selection of brand new and also used vehicles, so check them out using the link in the description below. I don't have specific driving modes for efficiency. This 8-speed automatic and of course the engine, they will sense that I'm on a highway because I'm kind of at a steady state, and they should give me the best efficiency. I do have air suspension though, so when I'm going fast, this will drop me down into aero mode, making me a little bit more efficient. But I do have towing mirrors, which are quite a bit larger than the other trucks, so that's a little bit of a penalty for this truck on the highway. We are running our Denver 100 loop, but if you've seen our videos before, this gas station looks a little different.
It does indeed. Now, we're doing essentially the same loop, but we're using a different gas station this time just for logistics.
Yeah, it's a ring road. It's about 111 miles all the way around Denver, Colorado. And we're going to be using premium fuel because this is a turbocharged engine. It would like some premium fuel for best performance. And the GM engine is also a premium engine.
That sucks.
Well, it's not too bad.
It's horrible because you got to pay more money.
Well, yes, but we like performance, right?
Yeah, but boo.
Boo. Aha! We always wait 30 seconds, let everything settle, just a small top off to make sure every truck is filled evenly. All right, the Ram is done. Let's top off the Ford and the GM.
I do have driving modes in the F-150, so I'm gonna switch it into my Eco mode. Right there, so that's gonna be the best for efficient driving.
I think we might reach the limit. It's Roman's money.
Yeah, that's right, that's right. And we're there. All right, guys, I bet you're wondering about Eco mode. Yeah, it doesn't have it. There's no Eco mode, and this doesn't have the Super Cruise either. Apparently the Denali does and some other trims, but this trim does not have it. So, despite the price, no eco mode, no Super Cruise, but I believe the 6.2 does have its own automatic cylinder deactivation system, which was, I believe, pioneered by General Motors. Anyway, the point is that it doesn't have anything else to really help me save gas, and I'm the fattest person amongst the three of us.
All of us have capless systems, dude.
Yeah, not only that, but deaf.
Where's your def?
Yeah, see, I would prefer to have
Yes,
that diesel.
and the Duramax Straight 6 is now the base engine in the AT4X.
Honestly, in my mind, that is like the way to go. Okay. I'm topped up.
Are we ready?
We're ready to go.
Denver 100.
Woo-hoo!
It's been 10 years of the Rebel off-road truck. It even existed in the previous generation as well.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the Rebel. I actually used to own a Rebel, but I'm digging this Ford so far too. It's super comfortable, super quiet, and I've got an old school Coyote V8. And who could complain about that?
Yeah, I have an older school 6.2 liter V8, which is the largest here with displacement-wise and may not be the most efficient, but I do have massaging seats, and yes, they are on.
I feel like a cocooned. I'm just totally cuddled in luxury. I've got a giant screen and all that stuff. But I do have some tech as well. I have a rear camera mirror. I have a heads-up display. And yeah, and I also have driver assist driving feature, except it's not hands-free on this highway right here.
And I have completely autonomous Bathan driving system. This allows a fat man to drive the vehicle in a much more controlled and sober way than both of your robotic vehicles. In other words, I don't have Super Cruise in this damn thing, even though it costs a fortune.
But all three of these trucks, I mean, they cost about the same. So the F-150 Tremor with a lot of options is about $78,500. My Ram Rebel with every option is $82,000. And your truck, Nathan, with every option brand new would be like $83,000. But also there are a couple of discounts to be had on all three of these trucks.
Discounts, oh really? With all of that money spent, my God, these things are expensive.
By the way, Alex, you should have Blue Cruise 1.2, the latest and the greatest Ford Blue Cruise system. But the highway has to be mapped for it to be fully functional. TFL truck has been in business for almost 14 years. And I've noticed many different trends over that time. For example, I remember about 4 to 5 years ago when General Motors introduced some new truck tech with their GMC Sierra 1500. They had rear camera mirror. They were the first in the segment to do it. Then they introduced the multi-folding tailgate. And of course they had their AT4 off-road variant of the truck. And now Nathan is driving the AT4X with dual lockers and DSSV. Ram has been doing the Ram 1500 Rebel for 10 years, like I said. And basically this is like the 2.5 generation. Originally came out in 2015, then was redesigned for 2019, and now of course 2025, it's the refresh of the Rebel. And now I have rear camera mirror, I have 33s, I have rear locker, I have a lot of off-road tech, and now I have the latest turbocharged engine from Ram. And Ford, of course, is very competitive as well. The Tremor came out several years ago, and yeah, it's also technology laden now, and they're almost the same price. So it's really interesting how each manufacturer is kind of matching each other on features, capability, price, and the rest. Really cool stuff. So this loop was 112 miles. It's just like 1 mile more than we normally do.
Right.
Because it's a slightly different gas station. You were showing about 19-ish?
Just over 19.
Okay. Well, let's do this.
There it goes.
So Nathan, I have some more bad news for you.
Okay.
Do you know what that is?
It's like,
This is a crew cab,
yeah,
new GM 1500.
yeah.
And all of them in the crew cab orientation have a 24-gallon tank for the gasoline engine.
That's really small for a 6.2 liter.
Yes.
Because I have I have more than double the displacement of the Ram.
Yes, but unless you're very efficient, in that case, you might be okay.
Yeah.
But I don't know how efficient you will be. So according to the EPA, your truck should get about 16 on the highway. It's because GM actually rates different trim levels of their trucks differently, which is great. And they're estimating 16.
I will do better than that, and I will do better than that in about 8 seconds.
Okay.
Okay.
6.106.
Yes.
So 112 mile loop.
Yes.
Divide by 6.106. 18.3. Actually, dude, you beat the EPA by a lot.
I did beat the EPA, but the truck was a little dishonest with me, but only by a little bit. And I was having massaging seats on and the heating steering wheel and the heated seats on at the same time.
This is really good for a large V8, I'd say.
It's not bad.
Well, for a lifted truck.
But this is factory lifted.
Oh, yes. All right, Ford is next.
Yeah.
Here's the F-150. It's showing 20.3, and it's confirming 112 miles. So that's nice.
Here we go.
So Nathan, there's a reason why Alex, who's behind the camera, there's a reason why he's smiling. And it's because for 24, Ford simplified it, and they gave every F-150 a large tank.
Yes.
36 gallons.
Which really, awesome. Well done, Ford. I don't understand why everybody else isn't matching that.
Yeah, Jim, what is going on with your...
24-gallon tank on a massive off-roader.
Yes.
With a big V8.
So if this gets good mileage, and you multiply it by 36 gallons, you can go from here to Vegas in one shot.
That's important.
Or, yes.
Vegas. Oh, yeah. 3, 2, 1.
Close to what you had, Nate.
Yeah, it's not that far up. I'm actually kind of surprised.
112 miles divided by 5.85 gallons equals 19.1.
Which is A, good. B, the question is, does it beat the EPA rating?
And the answer is no. Because look, the EPA says 24 for most 4x4 Fords, and the sticker on Tremor says 20. And we got 19. So we're close to the sticker, yes.
Yeah. And the Tremor compared to a regular Tremor compared to the regular 4x4 has a lot more stuff on it, beefier tires and everything else. I mean, come on, you even had a...
Yes.
Yeah.
But now the big question is, how will the Hurricane compare? Can the Hurricane match this? Or beat it? Or lose it?
I think it'll beat the GMC.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm like Nostradamus.
$18.9, that's what the Ram says. Once again, 112 miles. I'm gonna melt this credit card pretty soon.
Yeah, it's explode. Either that or they're tracking you from Southeast Asia. I guess I'm the gas guy today. That's all right. No, really, it's okay.
Are we in Oregon or something? Are you like the gas attendant?
I can't comment on that because I want to say some funny things.
Okay, I'm sorry. The Ram has a 26-gallon tank. The EPA says 24, but that's for a regular Ram 4x4, not our lifted Rebel.
Okay. 6.504.
112 miles divided by 6.504 equals 17.2. So wait a minute. The Coyote is the best? The most efficient engine?
Yes. It is.
And the small displacement turbocharger is the least efficient engine?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
This is real world testing. And I know that there's going to be people out there who will try to debate this. However, you guys saw it here. Same weather, same conditions, same time.
At the same time.
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Well, there you have it. If you want to buy an off-road truck, buy a Ford, except we did not test a Tundra today. Or a Titan.
Or a Titan. They're still building Titans.
Yes. But that's for another video.
It is.
Thank you.